Hello everyone, I am Ernie and I am so glad you're here with us today. Today we are at the Crown Point Mill with permission from Clay. We are going to pick up a few samples of ore and we're going to bring it back to the Stagecoach Mill, and we're going to cook up the rocks, and we're going to crush it, we're going to pan it out, we're going to fire assay it, and we are also going to use some aqua regia on this, and we're going to see how much gold and silver we get out of the ore from the Crown Point Mill here on the Comstock Lode in Gold Hill, Nevada. The Crown Point Mill was a gold ore processing facility located in Gold Hill, Nevada, which operated from 1935 to 1942. The Crown Point Mill processed 300,000 tons of ore from the Yellow Jacket Mine and the Crown Point Mine. While the mill itself is no longer operational, the remnants of this historic mining structure can be seen here in Gold Hill, which is part of the famous Comstock Lode. The Crown Point Mill closed down on October 8th of 1942. The government ordered a legislation that impacted mining during World War II, and it was titled the War Production Board Limitation Order L-208. A lot of this ore that you see laying here has been here since 1942, when the miners back in the day pulled this ore out of the ground. We're going to pick up several samples and we'll bring it back to the Stagecoach Mill and process it and see how much gold and silver we get out of this ore. Well, this wraps up our time here at the Crown Point Mill here in Gold Hill, Nevada, and we're going to head back to the Stagecoach Mill and process our ore and see what type of material we get. But before we leave here, I wanted to give you a heads up. In a week or two, we are going to have Clay Mitchell, who is the Story County Commissioner, and he is also the owner of the Crown Point Mill, and he is going to give us the history and the background of the Crown Point Mill, and I encourage you to join us at that time, and let's get to the Stagecoach Mill. Here is the ore that we picked up. We got it broken down and we have it in our furnace, and we're going to cook it at 1600 degrees for 30 minutes. And by doing so, it'll brittle the rocks. So when we run it through our rock crusher, it will crush up much easier. Okay, we have our cooked ore. We have them broken down to size so that they'll fit into the rock crusher. And now we're going to weigh it up and prepare our material to be run through our rock crusher. And we have 41.5 pounds of ore. Okay, at this point of the process, we've encountered a problem. Our front wheel bearing had broken up. Apparently, I didn't keep this wheel bearing greased up enough. I want to say a great big thank you to the good team at High Plains Prospector who had these wheel bearings in stock and got them shipped to me in a timely manner. As I was removing the wheel bearing, we had some visitors today. I really love the wild horses of Nevada. Okay, our wheel bearing has arrived. I got them installed. I have them greased up properly. And now let's get ready to rumble. You can see what happened to my wheel bearing because I did not grease it up enough, so don't make the same mistake that I did. We now have our 41.5 pounds of ore crushed up, and let's get to panning. The one thing about this material from the Crown Point Mill, it has a lot of sulfides, and you can see some small bits of flour gold inside here, or micro gold, but there's a lot of sulfides mixed in with this. The reason why I am hand panning this material today is because the matting in both my sluice boxes does not really catch the sulfides and the flour gold as it ought to. Last year, Michael from MT Treasures and I, we had a sluice off, and I ran the material and got my concentrate. I gave Michael from MT Treasures my tailings, and he ran it through his sluice box, and with all the concentrate combined, I got 55% of the concentrate and he got 45% of the concentrate. And so until I build my new sluice box, I will hand pan this material because I know I will lose a lot of sulfides and gold with the matting that I have for my present sluice box. At this point of the process, I am going to try out my new ASDR pan that I received from Prospector Trip. This pan is totally different from anything else I've ever tried. I can honestly say with the ASDR pan, I can effectively and efficiently separate the finer material from the unwanted material in a quicker time, in a quicker manner than what I can with my other gold pan. What makes the ASDR pan effective are the riffles that are built in this front side. They are very deep and they have a slight bend at the very beginning, and what it does, it just captures the heavier material and it doesn't allow the material to flow out as you're panning out the unwanted tailings in your pan. If you're interested in obtaining an ASDR pan from Prospector Trip, I am going to leave a link to his eBay channel in my description box. Now, the downside with the ASDR pan, at least for me, is I had a very difficult time cleaning out the concentrate from the pan. So what I did, I got my Garrett Super Sluice and I classified the material that was in the ASDR pan into the Super Sluice, cleaned out the larger material that I didn't need, and of course I checked to make sure that there wasn't any gold before I tossed out that material, and I used my Garrett Super Sluice pan to clean out my concentrate in this process. At this point of the process, I am going to roast the concentrate, and by roasting the concentrate to 800 degrees for 30 minutes, it will heat up the sulfides, where the sulfides will crack open and release any precious metals that might be trapped in the sulfides. Here are the ingredients that we are going to use today. We are going to use Chapman's flux, and we have a brand new crucible, and we are going to take our concentrate and we're going to divide it in two. And today we are not going to use high litharge with flour, but we will use some lead. The total weight of our concentrate is 88 grams. The purpose of dividing our concentrate into 44 grams apiece is we are going to use 44 grams in our fire assay, and we are going to use 44 grams for our aqua regia process. Today, what we're going to mix in with our 44 grams of concentrate is 110 grams of Chapman's flux. Chapman's flux is made of 40% of anhydrous borax, 20% of soda ash, 20% of silica sand, and 20% of manganese dioxide. And today we will use 10 grams of lead that I purchased from Amazon. We have everything in our crucible, and let's get this fired up. If you watch closely, you'll be able to see the lead prill come pouring out of the smelt. It's getting late and the sun is beginning to set, and we are going to do the cupellation process in the morning. We have 8 grams for our lead prill. Our electrum bead weighs 0.007 of a gram. And you can see our electrum bead under the microscope that it is more silver than it is gold. Well, this wraps up this episode on a windy evening here in Stagecoach, Nevada, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed us getting our silver and gold bead, otherwise known as an electrum bead, because electrum has silver and gold in it. And also too, I just wanted to show you once again the ASDR pan from Prospector Trip, and it worked really well for me, and I thoroughly enjoyed this, and it cleaned out the material quicker than using my regular gold pan that I love so much. But I really enjoyed this, and I am going to leave Prospector's Trips eBay channel in my description box, and I want to encourage you to check that out and see all the products that Prospector Trip has. And also another thing that he has that I thought was really cool is this magnet, and you pick up your black sand with it, and when you want to discard the black sand that is stuck on the bottom, you just pull the shaft up, and the black magnetic sand falls off of the magnet holder. And I encourage you to check out Prospector Trip's eBay channel and to find whatever tool that you could use in your arsenal when it comes to prospecting and mining and gold recovery. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the Crown Point Mill in Gold Hill, Nevada. And if you did, I encourage you to spank that like button and to share this on your channel so others will enjoy the process. And one other thing, we have some Aqua Regia Crown Point Mill ore coming that I am working on right now. I couldn't get it done for this episode, but hopefully we can upload it tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to become part of our AU family. We would love to have you in the family. We're so thankful that you're here. We deeply appreciate your support, and we will see you on the next one.